Okay, we are recording. Welcome to our Join Our Tribe presentation, our coach sneak peek tonight. We are so excited that you guys are joining us, and if you're catching the recording, thanks for watching the recording. And taking some time out of your evening, your families, your dinner plans to listen to what we have to talk about tonight, because we are super passionate about it. We all love coaching. We've come from different walks of life, different backgrounds, but we do have one common goal and one commonality among us, and it's that we are a sisterhood of fitness freaks. We love to work out. We love sweating and taking care of ourselves, number one, and paying it forward financially, fitness-wise, to help other people better their lives. So I'll introduce myself. My name is Sarah Lenore. I am the founder of this team BodyBurn, but I'm definitely not the only leader. All these beautiful people that you see here are part of our tribe. We're just like one big happy sorority family is kind of what I call it. You know, you attract like-minded people. Oops. Can y'all still see me? I just lost my screen.
We can still see you.
Okay, that's really weird. My screen just went away. Okay, I'll try to do this without seeing what's next. Okay, so lost my train of thought. Yes, you attract your people in this business, and that's what we've done here. Is we've attracted like-minded people. We are all, fit friends that love to have fun, work out, and build a business together with babies on our hips, cell phones from our laptops, in our bedrooms at night. So it's one of those things that just has exploded for us, and we want to share that with you guys and pay it forward. So my name is Sarah Lenore, like I said. These are the ladies that will be presenting with us tonight: Andrea, Kelly, Katie, Jessica, Tara, and Christy. And most, if not all, are well on their way to Star Diamond ranking in this company. And if you know anything about the rankings, it just means that they are on the success train, moving on up in their business. We are a 3-time elite team, and what that means is that we know what we're doing. We know how to create success and duplicate it, which means that it's a great time for you to get involved, because we are just duplicating down the downline in our team. We are on a mission this year to help even more people and hit elite again and grow internationally. So it's also a great time to get in, because we are just opening doors left and right. The company is coming out with a lot of new products, which we'll get into. There's just exponential growth. So it's a great time to get started and join a successful team. Let's see. So I will pass it over to Christy, who's going to talk about our why factor and how all coaches get started with this why and what it means when you're joining as a coach and building, your business. Christy, you can unmute yourself.
Hello. Can you all hear me? Oh,
yes.
I did. Can you hear me? Okay. Sorry. Trying to keep track of my children over here too, because they're still not in bed yet. So your why. This is a big factor to me, that when I first started, my why truly was because I wanted to get the discount with the Shakeology, because, I didn't want to spend that much money a month. And as I started going, my why changed, and everybody's why changes, and it continues to change. And everybody has a why. You might not know necessarily what it is. It might not be, you might not feel like it's something very big, but it is. And everybody's why means something, and it's personal to you, is the biggest thing. And it helps hold yourself accountable to to yourself and to your business and to your friends, and staying true to yourself is, why you have your why. And when people know that, it comes out in everything that you post. So, that's the biggest thing about your why. And then talking about your benefits of coaching, which I think is the next slide. Yes. So there's lots of benefits to coaching. Setting your own hours. What works for you is the biggest thing. Do you like to get up in the morning and do your work? Do you like to do it in the afternoon when when your kids are taking a nap? Do you like to do it at night when your kids go to bed, or, you know, just whenever you have time? So you set your own hours, you do what works for you. You know, and anywhere. You can do it at home, you can do it when you're on the beach, you can, you know, anywhere you go, you know, as long as you have your laptop or your cell phone, you can, you know, do it. And, you know, you want to work full-time or part-time. Honestly, for me, I'm a part-time right now because I'm a full-time school teacher. So in the summer, I can do it more. But, you know, other people, they want this to be, or, you know, they want it to be full-time. Eventually, my goal is this will be full-time for me. But right now, I have to do what works for my family and myself. And so during the school year, it's part-time, and in the summer, it's full-time. So it just depends on how it works for you. And, you know, you build it with your online, your social media using, you know, Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat, which I'm still getting better at. I'm not quite good with that one yet. But, you know, in person with people that you talk to face to face on a daily basis, your coworkers, you know, just things like that. You know, it just gets into conversations and you talk about it and everything. We always learn as we go. You know, I've been learning a lot in this last year that I've been a coach, and I will always continue to learn and grow, and that excites me very much. And I mean, what better way to get paid? You get paid to stay fit and healthy and talk about staying fit and healthy. I mean, you know, it's an awesome way to get paid. And, you know, and we've all become, you know, friends. You make tons of friends. I'm excited to see the people that I met when we were in Dallas in September. I get to see them again in a little less than a month, and I'm really excited about going and seeing everybody again and meeting more new people when we go to New Orleans in less than a month. So, I mean, there's a ton of benefits for being a coach. I don't know what, I think that's probably about all I have down.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you. Okay, so I think Kelly was going to explain and talk about what to expect from our team and our culture.
Hi, I'm Kelly. Okay, so one thing, aside from this slide, just kind of speaking from the heart, like before I became a coach, you know, I'd always done things like been in a sorority, been like on a dance team, been a part of something. And then becoming a mom, you're kind of, especially stay-at-home mom, you start to go a little cuckoo. Like, at least I did, because I am the type of person, like, I need interaction. Like, I need to talk to people. I need to feel like I'm doing something. Like, my brain is not just like ABCs. Like, I love my kids to death, but I needed something else to like stimulate myself. So for me, that was a huge part of it, was having like a community of people. And like, you know, I feel like, when it sounds silly, but when I log on every day, like, and I'm talking to all the different coaches, I feel like those are my coworkers, those are my friends. Obviously I have like friends in person too, but when we get together, it's just like, you know, like we've hung out every day because we've been online working together. So back to the slide though. As far as our team and like what you can expect, you're working online every day in groups. Your upline will give you training. Some of them do different things like self-pace. Some are in groups with other people. We do challenges, which are really fun together. Like, I think the last one we did was maybe Court of Force. And I imagine that the newest program, Shift Shop, will be doing one together. So we keep each other accountable fitness-wise and business-wise. We do team building events. I know, like, for myself and one of my coaches right now, we're running a group where we're reading our personal development together, and we're kind of like pushing each other in the business. And so that's a lot of fun. And then, of course, recognition. tons of recognition and accountability I spoke to, and the unlimited support, not just from your upline, but from the entire, Team BodyBurn, the other teams. You have access to so much training. In fact, I mean, it's just endless. Like, there's videos, and then there's the back office training. We share everything with each other. So you don't feel like you're having to reinvent the wheel every single time you go to do something. Somebody's probably already done it and is willing to share it. So I have about that. Can you all hear me?
Okay. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Is this me too?
I can take it unless did you prepare for it?
It's fine. Okay, so these are kind of like team, obviously we're a multi-level marketing company, but we like to call it multi-level helping, because we are just, sharing what we do every day already. We love to work out, we strive to eat healthy. We're not perfect by any means. And so these are kind of like the 4 pillars that make Team Beachbody a multi-level helping company. It's our fitness, our nutrition, the support that we give each other as coaches and to our challengers, and then the rewards. As Beachbody is always rewarding us. Every month there's incentive to push yourself in the business. There's Success Club trips that happen every year. And of course at Summit, there's, medals and chance to walk on stage. So the sky is the limit when it comes to this company. Sarah?
Yes, sorry.
Speak to that, or did I cover?
No, you did great. So yeah, that's kind of what makes us unique, I feel like, is that we have these 4 vitals that, we call them vital behaviors, but these 4 pillars that make us like less of a 3-legged table and more, structured and solid in what we have to offer as far as our base goes. But along with, what we do with fitness and health, there's a lot of reservations with coaching, and even joining, just on the fitness side with one of our, fitness groups or accountability groups, we get tons and tons of reservations and hesitations. And we even had them ourselves as, people that were looking into signing up as coaches. So we wanted to kind of break those down and share with you our biggest reservations with coaching, and hopes that it will alleviate some of yours, or at least, help bring up questions that you can ask us later at the end if we didn't answer them, thoroughly here. So the first one is that I will have to push products on family and friends, and I would need a fitness following or know a lot of people to make this work. And I think Andrea is going to talk on that, because that was a big hesitation of hers.
Hey guys, I'm Andrea, and a lot of people have a huge reservation when coming into this company because they don't want to be selling or pushing products on, their family, their friends, anybody that will listen. And the coolest thing about working with Beachbody is that we really try to teach, all of our new coaches not to push product, but really just share about what's working for you. We always encourage each new coach to do a program, to start drinking Shakeology every day or Energize or whatever it is, and really experience it for themselves, and then go to social media and share with everybody what it is about these programs, these products, these things that you love. Okay. It's really honestly no different than talking about, how many times do you go on Facebook and say, oh my God, y'all, this is like the best mascara I have ever had or I've ever used. I do it because I want other people to know how awesome it is, or these are the best, brand of Greek yogurt or anything like that. So basically you're not getting paid to tell people about that, but you get paid to tell people about how awesome our stuff is. So you kind of have to look at it that way, as that you're a sharesman and not a salesman. So your job is to basically just share with the world what is working for you by, you know, showing up with your workouts and kind of showing everybody what you're eating, your portion control, all that kind of stuff, and letting everybody see how well you're doing and your success with Beachbody. And then also I would need a fitness following or know a lot of people to make this work. I can't tell you how many. I might have had 700 friends, which I don't know if that's a lot. I mean, Sarah, is that a lot, a little? I don't know. I think I had like 700 friends whenever I started. And I had zero knowledge of how to even grow the people that I knew. Okay. So we teach you how to grow your business, how to find more people to talk to. There's little tricks and tips and trainings and all that kind of stuff that shows you how to grow your business. And I think, like, I started about 2 years ago, and I have like 2,100 friends now and probably almost 10,000 followers on my like page because I was taught how to do that. Okay. So don't worry if you don't have that many friends. You know, you want to start small anyway, and then grow and grow and grow. Slowly, or maybe not slowly, just kind of however it works, but you know what I mean. So that's not something that should stress you out, because we will teach you how to do that.
Amen.
Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Jessica, and this is a perfect topic for me because the over 2 years that I've been a coach, a little over 2 years, I have had at least a full-time job, if not a full-time job, plus a part-time job, plus a family, plus things I love to do outside of my house, and Beachbody. So I think it's super normal to feel like you're having the constant thought of, oh my God, I'm so busy. How the heck am I ever going to do this? How the heck am I ever going to find time to do this? We've all thought that. We all still think that sometimes. But I feel like it's a misconception to think that we as coaches, or anybody in any other business that they start, whether it's network marketing or anything, it's a myth that they start it because they have all this extra time. That's not true. The reason we start it is because we want to create time later, right? We want to create more time with our friends and our family and our kids and traveling, or whatever that why was that we talked about earlier. You're doing it to create time to do whatever that why is for you. So I do know one thing is true though. I'm very busy. You are very busy. My neighbors are very busy. Everybody is busy, right? So the way I think about it is this: I can either, or you can either, stay just as busy as you are, doing what you're doing on a daily basis, and a year from now, or 2 years from now, 6 months from now, you're going to be in the exact same busy place as you are today, right? Or you can add one more busy thing to your already busy plate with the hopes that 6 months, a year, 2 years from now, you're going to be somewhere different than you are today. And so I feel like if you're going to be busy anyway, you might as well just try, especially since it's already been mentioned that we don't make you reinvent the wheel. We give you everything that you need to be set up for success. And I do know that if you're on this call, or if you're listening to the recording, it's because you're looking for something more or something different than what you currently have in your life situation right now, whether that is more connections with other moms, other women, other like-minded fitness people like you, or more financial freedom, extra money in your pocket to get a babysitter, to go on a date night, or to go on a vacation, or put your kids in camp, whatever it is. You're looking for something different. And that's what you might want a year from now by putting in a little extra time. And so since I've been working multiple jobs and being a coach, I realized if I was going to add one more thing to my plate, I had to take something away. And so for me, that meant a little bit of TV time. Now, I will hands down admit, my husband and I are binge watchers, and we love to watch Netflix and go to movies and all that stuff. but I am more selective about when we do it, how often we do it, and how long we do it for. And the TV that I cut out was like the mindless watching the Today Show or Regis and Kelly or whoever Kelly is hosting with that current day while I drink my coffee. Watching the news when I'm at home in the evening waiting for my husband to get home. Instead, we teach you how to take those little pockets of time, whether that's 15 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour at a time, whatever it is for you. Like in the beginning, for me, I used to call it a power half hour. We like to call it a power hour, but sometimes I couldn't work for an hour at a time. So I had to do a half hour. And what I actually found was that I grew my business the most when I had smaller pockets of time, because it was almost like you have a deadline and you make that time really laser focused and you do the most important things, and we teach you what all those things are. And it's almost like when I have too much time to work my business, I kind of feel like I don't know what to do. And so we teach you how to do all of that, but feeling like you need 8 hours a day to do this is just wrong, because you don't. And you can do it from your phone, you can do it from your house, you can do it from the grocery store checkout line, you can do it from your car at a stoplight. I'm telling you, if you've ever worked a business anywhere, I have been there doing it from anywhere that you can. So it's power pockets. And I will say the time that I gave up watching mindless news that's depressing anyway, I'm filling that now with activities and things that feed my values and my soul and something that I want to be later, so much more than that mindless pop culture, celebrity news, or whatever tragic event is happening around the world that I probably didn't need to hear because it depressed me anyway. So it serves me, and I hope it serves you, and just know that you don't need hours and hours and hours a day to do this. Just a little bit of time and a little dedication, and we teach you the rest.
Hi guys, I'm Katie Seipel, and I think our first question always is, well, don't I have to be fit to be a coach? And that's so not true. Think about why you follow the person you currently follow. I mean, they could potentially be smoking hot, and that's why you did follow them, but mainly you followed them for some other reason. It's about the journey that we're on. It's about being consistent with your workouts and being consistent with your nutrition. And the people that want to follow you and do what you're doing, they want to see that you're a mom of 3 and you work full time, but you're still getting your workouts in, and you're eating better, and you're getting the results that you want to get. People are motivated by your transformation. You don't have to be the 6-pack abs to see transformations. They just want to see, that it's working for you. We're here to be a cheerleader. We're here to be, encourage these people to keep going. It's not about how fit we are. Those are just kind of the perks we get along the way with this, but that's not what coaching is all about. I know for me, with doing this coaching, it helps me to stay accountable, because I know that there's people out there watching me. They're looking for my workout every day. They're looking for me to check in on my Shakeology. So that keeps me going to do my 6 to 7 days a week of workouts. So, so being fit is not, you can be at the very start of your journey, and that's encouraging for others. There's people out there that are similar to you, and they want to see you go through it, and they're, following you along, and that to them is motivating. So being fit is not a major deal.
Yeah, it's actually, I feel like it's more inspiring to watch someone go through the process and the journey than it is to be at the end goal, don't y'all?
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's the beauty of this business, is that everybody's on a journey, and you can't compare your beginning to someone else's middle or end. It's your journey, and that's what's cool about the business, is that you get to make it all about you and share those bits and pieces of your story. So this one, I'll take this one. This one is one of the ones that really it was more my husband from wanting me to sign up and get serious with this, because we thought it was a pyramid scheme, that, it's one of those things where only the people at the top make money, yada, yada, yada. You hear that all the time. And my husband, being an MBA, was all about the business side of things and how much money you're going to make, and where's the potential, the income potential coming from, da, 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 da. So we had to really sit down and look at this and realize that we were just lacking knowledge about how the company was structured, from a compensation point. Hearing it too, it's one of those things that becomes, I don't know, one of those words like, oh, pyramid scheme, and those things are illegal. First of all, they're illegal, and the company has been around since 2007. Team Beachbody has been around, and so they would have crashed and burned by now if they were running something like a pyramid scheme that is illegal. So the structure definitely does look like a pyramid. So does any organization. We are a Coast Guard family, military family, so obviously our government is set up like a pyramid. And many of the companies that a lot of us worked for in the corporate America, I came from the corporate world, and our nurse staffing firm was set up with the CEO, the CFO, the HR manager, and it's very pyramid-like. But what makes our company different is that people at the bottom can surpass the people at the top. For example, when I signed up with this, I signed up with my upline coach because I worked with her husband and I just knew of her. We signed up at the same time. We were running together at this, and I quickly went past her. And I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I'm just showing you that there's no glass ceiling here. My girls can pass me up. Your team can pass you up. It's really how hard you want to work at this. And I'm sure none of you have ever heard of an hourly employee making, more than the directors and the executives of a company out in corporate America. It's very doubtful. And yet in this business, someone that's hundreds, even thousands levels below me has the same opportunity coming into this. And with the compensation structure set up as it is, each coach is at the top of their own pyramid. So you would be at the top of your pyramid. I'm at the top of my pyramid. You're the boss. And you put in as little as that half power hour that Jessica was talking about, or as much time. If you have 8 hours a day to spend on this and learn it and do it, you put in as much as you want, and that's what you get out of it. So that was a big one for us, and it was just one that I had to learn more about and educate myself about. And there's tons more information on our compensation structure, and I'll get into that too on the next slide. Oops, yeah, how we make money. Because that's one of the big reasons why a lot of you might be interested in this opportunity is you've heard that you can make, a living doing this, literally like 6 to 7 figure income doing this. Obviously it doesn't start there. It's not a get rich quick scheme. But there is that potential. And I always get a little uncomfortable talking about money. I really don't like talking about it. And the reason is because it shouldn't be your main motivation for becoming a coach. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, as many of the girls on this call will allude to and tell you, but there is incredible potential, and I think it's important for you to know that you have that at your fingertips and in front of your face right now. And my hope is that we as a team we're not misrepresenting our purpose of why we're doing this. Because yes, we are making money, but it's because we're helping other people and we have that passion for doing that. So let's talk about how you make money. There's 2 main ways that you earn money that you see here on this slide. One of those is a 15 to 40% commission on the sales that you make. They range. It's sometimes 25%, but it could be 15 and 40 depending on what the product is. You make a commission no matter what your status or your rank is. If you're a coach and you make a sale at any time, you make commissions from that sale. And we will train you on this team how to build your network, like they mentioned, how to connect with people, how to not be salesy so that you are, never pushing that product. The second way to make money is through a team cycle bonus, which is paid weekly. Once you start building and training a team of your own, that's when you'll start seeing that income grow. You can start earning it immediately as soon as you have you plus 2 is what we call it. You and 2 friends or your spouse and your mom underneath you, you can immediately start earning that team cycle bonus. And basically what it is a huge pot that we're all contributing to as a team. and we all get a piece of that pie, depending on what level you're at in the company. So it behooves you to work to that level to get that higher percentage of the pie. It's a weekly payout, if you will. So it is a slow build in the first year. I've been doing this for 5 years now, and I have finally reached that 6-figure income, pushing 7-figure income status, if you will. But as long as you're consistent, there is a great reward. And I was so rewarded by the fulfillment of helping people that I hardly even remember to check my paychecks every week. And it's not because I'm like, oh yeah, there's money in the account. It's just because that didn't matter to me. It mattered to my husband. What's the bottom line? What's the bottom line? But whatever you put into this is going to reflect your income, and you don't have to meet a certain quota each month. There's no sales requirements. You're not penalized for canceling or going inactive in your account at all. But you are rewarded for the effort that you're putting in. It's an incredible opportunity because it's more than just sales, and the rewards that you get are amazing too. The more you commit to working your business every day, the more your business is going to grow, and you're going to earn those prizes and those trips, and going to Punta Cana for a paid all-inclusive trip next year, going on a cruise. There's so many ways the company rewards you for your efforts and your hard work, through quarterly bonuses, through yearly retreats and leadership trainings, things like that. And not many people can say, like, if you're currently working full-time, that your job provides rewards like that and steep incomes like that too. I mean, I look back at my HR job that I was in for, I don't know, since I graduated college. So let's just say like 5 years. And if I compare the 5 years that I've been doing Beachbody and the 5 years that I was doing HR, my income is tripled what I was making. So, like I said, it's a slow growth. It was slow and steady, but I was very consistent with it. And I want to show you guys the next slide. Again, I don't like talking about money, but I just want to show you the potential and where I started from and where I am currently at, so that you can kind of get a feel for, is this something you want to push for? Is this inspiring to you? Because like I said, I didn't get into this for the money. I got into it like Kelly, because I was a stay-at-home mom who was a college athlete that loved the community and missed having mom friends, talking to other people than my child, and the ABCs. So this is, I did not get in for the money. Obviously, I made $230 in 1 month, my first month. And to me, that was like paying for, my groceries, yay. But it's definitely grown since then, on a monthly basis, yearly basis, sorry. And I'm able to provide now for my family. I'm able to, coming off this April, we're planning to retire my spouse in the next 5 years, because we've built up such a nest egg with Beachbody. And it's because I'm, like Jessica was saying, I'm doing my hour of work a day. I'm plugging in to help more people. I'm teaching my team how to plug in and help more people. And it's the domino effect of I do it, you do it, or I do it, we do it, and then you do it. So this just shows kind of a progression of what could be yours, and what's there for you guys, to chew on. So again, not to brag or boast or anything like that. Let's see, the next slide we talk about, and if you have questions about money, we'll take them at the end for sure, because I know that's a big one for people getting started, because you're always, for me, for my husband, it was, what's the investment? Like, what's it going to cost up front for us to get started in this? And what a lot of people don't see is that it's a very little investment to get started, and it takes a while to get to reap the benefits, I guess, of how much time you're putting in the beginning. So you think, okay, I'm going to invest $30 or $100 in this challenge pack in Shakeology, and I'm going to start making money right off the bat. And that's not the case. It's a company in the rears, and that what you do now doesn't come to fruition until 3 or 4 or 6 months down the road, because we are a relationship business. We're all about the relationships and building trust with people and showcasing our journey, which takes time. We all know that we're not going to get a six-pack in 6 days. So just like your fitness, it's the same way in the financial scheme of this business, that it takes time. It takes time to get to where you want to be. So I don't know who had this slide. Was this Tara? Or is it me? I can talk about it if it's me. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Doesn't matter. I can talk about it. I wasn't sure if I started here at the next one. So if you want to take this one.
Okay, I'll take this one and then you can lead into the next one. Okay, so, what are your options? What path kind of fits you? And the cool thing about coaching is that once you get signed up, you can run hard and heavy, or you can just enjoy the discount and work on your fitness journey, or you can be somewhere in between and share it with your friends as it comes up in conversation, what have you. So there's a lot of different ways. We don't really distinguish that you're an all-in coach. Once you sign up, you have to do X, Y, and Z and go really hard and push really hard. There's a lot of different opportunities for you as far as, how hard you want to do it. If summers are really busy for you and you want to scale back, and you can jump from, either end of the spectrum with coaching, ebb and flow, if you will. So you can discuss what options best for you with the person that invited you tonight, and figure out, what next steps might be. And then Tara will go over the different ways that you can sign up. So we do have a military discount. I forgot to mention that because I'm military and I just assumed that everybody knows that. But the cool thing about the company Beachbody is that they do recognize active duty, veteran, and reservist military, and will waive all fees, sign-up fees and monthly fees for coaches that want to sign up with that, which is pretty cool. So, and we're expanding exponentially. Internationally. I talked about that earlier a little bit, but we just announced that we are expanding to the United Kingdom. We currently service and provide product to an opportunity to Canada and the United States, but we're now opening up our doors to the United Kingdom. So again, an amazing opportunity for those of you that are interested in getting on board now. Lots of people to talk to. That was always a reservation that I heard from newer coaches, is that well, it's saturated, the market's saturated, and now we have the best rebuttal to that, which is nope, we are going international. So lots of good things to look forward to with that. Tara, is that you? Okay, cool. I'll let you take it.
Okay. All right. I'm Tara. Just a little bit, based on the last slide, I thought I'd just give a little bit of where I'm at. So I work full time as a dietitian. So I kind of started off in that first bucket as a discount coach, and then became a hobby, and then working towards hopefully making this a full-time income. So I do think it's kind of nice to know that, wherever you sign up, you might just be looking at getting a discount for your Shakeology, and maybe getting a discount in the programs, but it could evolve into something else, which is definitely what happened for me. So the slide here just has, I think, what is the best way to sign up, and I think most of us would agree, is a challenge pack. And what a challenge pack really is just a fitness program with Shakeology HD combined together, and you buy them in a package, and it saves you between $50 to $80. The benefit of buying the challenge pack, of course, is you get started on a fitness program. You get started on a Shakeology if you haven't been already on it. And then if you want to sign up as a coach, it waives your $39.95 coach fee for having a challenge pack. You can do this a couple different ways. So if you're watching this and you're like, okay, I already own a workout program, you could just do the Shakeology. If you're already got the Shakeology, we could get you set up with a workout program. And getting the package together, you can still get the fee waived down the road. So just reaching out, and we'll talk about it at the end, I know, but reaching out if you have questions with how to sign up with the coach that invited you, and they'll kind of walk you through like that process as far as buying a challenge pack and what you might be interested in. So I think the next slide is mine too. So this is the monthly fee for being a coach. So $15.95 per month you will pay for a coach, which that is going to include all of the stuff listed there. But I like to think about it like if you had a business and you were starting out a business and it was like a brick and mortar store, you would have to pay overhead to have a store for people to come in and buy a product and leave, and you'd have to pay maybe lights and electricity and all of those things that go into it. That's kind of what I kind of associate this $15.95 fee for. Beachbody is doing all of that for you. So it's really the website, the product. You don't have to stock stuff at your home. So I know we've probably all been to like the Pampered Chef parties and all of those things, which are great, but you have to stock that stuff at home and then you have to try to sell it. So you don't have to do that with this, which I think is phenomenal in my opinion. And then they maintain the website. So if stuff changes and things are updated, you don't have to do any of that. They're doing all of that for you. So that's the $15.95 fee. And that is also waived for veterans and active duty military. So that's it for my portion.
Cool. So, in the next 24 hours, the person that invited you is going to ask you a few questions and figure out kind of what the next steps are for you. If it's something that, you feel like you're ready for, if you think that, being a coach can really help you with achieving your goals, and what being a coach can do for you. So make sure that you reach out to that person that invited you. And then just to leave you guys with some things to talk about or to think about, what can becoming a coach do for you? Think about, the future of your family, or vacations that you want to go on. If it is a financial goal that you have, if it's more of a fitness goal, if it's to cut back hours at the gym so that you're not teaching as many classes and you're spending more time with your family, if it's to retire your spouse or build your dream home, what can that do? And then who can you help? It's always good to start off, at least it's inspiring to some new coaches or some potential coaches to think about all the people that they can help, who's getting married soon, who just had a baby and wants to lose the baby weight. And that's fuel to, wow, I already have a list of 10 people that I can reach out to and say, hey, do you want to join me? I'm starting a fitness group and I'm going to get bikini ready by the 4th or whatever. And then, what are my goals and my dreams? And this is where I want you to think and encourage you to dream big. Don't let anything hold you back, because anything you put your mind to can happen, especially with, our team behind you and supporting you and pushing you. We've kind of paved the way, and we know what works, we know what doesn't work. So there are no bad goals or bad dreams out there when it comes to this coaching opportunity. You can definitely set your goals high and your dreams big and wide, and shoot for the stars and all that good stuff. So we'll leave you guys with that. I hope that was a lot of good information that you can soak up and probably chew on for a while. I don't know if you'll have tons of questions now. They'll probably come to you in your sleep while you're sleeping. But those of you that do have questions, we'd like to open it up and answer any of those. If you want to unmute yourself or put them in the chat bar, whatever works for you guys. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that we can see everybody. But any questions out there about any of this? How you make money, or what the bonuses are about, or how our team is structured, or any of that kind of stuff?
I guess I have a question, because I also have a full-time job that I love, and I don't see leaving it in a year necessarily, even though, of course, ideally that would be great, because again, I too have kids, all that stuff that we all share in common. So with a full-time job, I guess, Jessica, maybe a question for you, because you did work, like how much time do you feel like it took from you? Because I imagine that maybe you also taught classes at a gym additionally. And so on average, like what could I expect in terms of, how much time a week? I mean, I know that, it's all up to you, right? You kind of your own boss. The more time you put, maybe the faster that you can grow. But, say you still want to commit, it really just is a matter of like, do I want to be up till midnight doing it?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I know it changed day to day, even week to week, just based on my schedule. but I tried to, especially in the beginning, treat it as kind of a legit kind of, I committed Monday through Friday to putting in, at least 30 to 60 minutes a day. And I'm not going to lie, in the beginning, I was kind of, I felt like I would sit down and I was like, well, what do I do? I don't know what to do. And that's where our team comes in really handy, because we show you all of that stuff. And then as Sarah teaches to be consistent, and you show up every day and you're just basically just having conversations with friends, you're just making new friends. I almost have a hard time. I just love doing it so much. Like, I love sitting and chatting with other women about their goals. And so I almost have to tell myself to stop, even though right now I have 2 other jobs besides Beachbody, because I live in a resort town in Vail, Colorado, and it's super expensive to live here. And so I do it whenever, almost like any free time that I have now, but it's not because I feel like I have to, but because I want to. I just love it. But in the beginning, it was about, 30 to 60 minutes a day, most days a week, to feel like I was making a commitment and showing up the way that our team was teaching us to. And I don't know if anybody else feels differently in the beginning.
Well, I think you nailed it, though, Jess, that it's that consistency, because I think how we teach it on the team is attraction marketing. So you're trying to attract people. And I think, Lourdes, you already have a following with your classes. I'm sure people that are coming to you. That's probably why Andrea said you would be money at this, because people are already asking you the things that they would ask of a coach. You're already doing those coach things. So it's probably going to come even easier for you, because you're already going to have those connections in place and people to talk to. So it's more being consistent on sharing your journey on social media, and that gives you people to talk to right there. If you're posting every day and talking about what you're doing every day, and again, not in a salesy way, we teach you that. We have scripts that you can follow and things like that. But it's just, to me, it's like, if you're doing those 4 pillars that Kelly was talking about, or I don't remember who was saying it, but focusing on your fitness, sharing your journey, connecting with people, and filling your soul and mind with positive things, not junk TV, everything else follows from that. So if you're spending an hour, 15 minutes in each segment, or 20 minutes in each segment, then your business will grow. Like, if you're doing those things every day, it will grow. It might be slow, and you might need to take it up a notch some days, like do 2 hours a day instead of 1, but it will grow if you're consistent in doing those things, which it sounds like you already are, according to Andrea. So,
yeah, and I will say I have several fitness instructors on my team, and so I've got personal trainers. And I even have somebody that owns her own like Pilates and yoga studio, and it's just an easy way to incorporate and show her clients and people she's already like showing up for in terms of being an expert kind of in the field, just offering them so much more than you would have been able to without the Shakeology and the nutrition piece and the accountability. I mean, you buy a membership to a gym if you're a trainer, and you show up for an hour and use their fancy equipment, but then they watch you walk out the door, and now you can offer them so much more than just use of equipment,
Yeah.
So I've had some coaches just like they're amazed at the results that some of their like class clients are getting, and it's super cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we offer alternatives and solutions. Like, that's how I go into every one of my posts, every one of my messages is like, how can I offer an alternative or a solution for this person? And that's how I try to help and share my struggles. Share your struggles, offer solutions and alternatives every day. That's what I do. So, yeah, that was a good question, because I think a lot of people think, like I was talking about on my slide, that they can come into this and just start making it happen. And it's because there's so many relationships involved and people, and we know people take time. People like to watch what you're doing and sit there and watch for a while. and you're going to invite them 20 times to do this, and they're going to say no, and no just means not right now. And then they're finally going to be like, okay, I'm ready. And that's probably how you are. I know that's how a lot of the girls that I invited were. They're like, yeah, I'm going to sit back and watch Sarah do this first and see if she has success with it. And so that's why showing up every day is so important, because they're watching you. Once you plant that seed, they're watching you, and it's that consistency that pays off. So good.
Agree. Yeah.
And I think, I don't know who else is on that's not a coach already. Carrie, is she a coach? Who invited Carrie?
I did. She's mine.
Oh, okay, cool. Did you have any questions or anything?
Oh,
Carrie, are you there?
She probably would have unmuted if she did, but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Tony, did you have any questions?
And Tony's a new coach on my team. So she's just been like a rock star, jumping into everything, and she's just like
soaking it up, huh?
Yeah, she's soaking it up, and she's doing awesome.
Good. That's awesome. Oh, she's trying to talk. She's muted.
Yeah, maybe unmute yourself, Tony. There you go.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, good. My biggest frustration is I'm not working in the sporting industry. I work in medicine, but I'm in the OR all day long. So I'm isolated from everybody from about 5:30 in the morning until sometimes 7 o'clock at night. So by the time I would have made my post or anything like that, everybody's already sleeping, so they don't see it till the next day. And then one of my biggest frustrations is I've invited, 12, 14 people that I know need it, not necessarily they come to me, but I'm like, especially like my mom and my sisters, and I'm like, you two especially need this. And they're like, well, my sister's like, well, that's too expensive. I got to send my daughter to college next year. And I'm like, that's not till next year. So that's one of my biggest frustrations. And, I'm trying to get her off of some medication. She's pre-diabetic, and they're starting to push medication. I'm like, you don't need the medication. Trust me. We just got to get your diet right, get you exercising. And I promise, because when we were in school, high school and college, we didn't have this problem. Why? Because we ate better, and, because we didn't have money to go out, whatever. But now my mom is on my sister's side. She's like, well, I just don't have time. It's kind of expensive. And I'm like, you guys are killing me. So Jess and I talked about it, and she's like, just keep showing up every day, and eventually they are watching. They'll come around, and, don't push, just be patient. So I'm dealing with patience right now. But my other problem is a lot of my friends aren't the active people. I'm the active one in probably 4 or 5 of the groups that I'm in, in my town or area or whatever. And people look at me, they're like, you are always doing something crazy. You're biking, you're swimming, you're running triathlons, you're running marathons. I'm the crazy one, and they're not interested. So I'm having a really hard time finding other people to even communicate with, because they're just not interested.
I think a lot of us as new coaches ran into that, and if someone else wants to talk on this, they can. But I think know that your market doesn't have to be secluded to just your hometown or just your friends on Facebook. I talk to people now that I don't even know. I've met cold market people, and so know that that's how you're going to attract your tribe and attract people that want this, is by talking to people that want this, so your circle of friends. My best friends they were supportive of what I was doing, but they didn't want to do what I was doing. So just because you have friends doesn't mean they want to do what you're doing. They're probably going to watch for a long time. It took my best friends 2 years to even ask me, what is it that you're doing again? And, finally sign up to coach or even try the products. Luckily my mom was, one of my first, supporters and customers, but it's not always the case. And I don't know if any of you others have, a situation where your family was the first to I ain't doing that. But
yeah, I don't think I really have any close friends in town. neither of my parents. I mean, I almost didn't even, I just kind of brushed them to the side because I didn't want to get caught up in that. And that's kind of where I feel like you never want to prejudge either. Because I feel like it's not even necessarily just about getting fit, but about just being happy with what you see in the mirror. Like, I used to shower in the dark because I didn't like looking down at my body. It's about other things besides just like, like muscles or having a six pack, or, it's maybe those people that don't have an interest in being fit. Maybe it's because they think you have to go to the gym but you don't. So it's just, that's where you're sharing what you're doing and sharing if it's working for you and you're showing that it's working for you. Your results and your progress and your actions speak way louder than even having a conversation with somebody in person. Like I just had somebody message me last night that I honestly didn't even know we were Facebook friends. And she said, so tell me again now what it is that you're doing. I've been following you for a long time. And she's never liked any of my stuff on Facebook. She's never commented on any of my stuff, but it's that showing up. She's apparently been watching, and I didn't even know who she was. We maybe went to high school together way back in the day,
Yeah.
Haven't talked to her in over 10 years, but she was watching.
Yeah. One thing that always sticks in my head is that just because people don't like or comment or share your stuff doesn't mean that they don't see it. So for you, Tony, I would probably get on like a third-party posting thing that'll post for you when you're at work, and you can like preload it with motivational stuff, or you can set it up so that it's posting for you while you're away. That way you've at least got content out there that's motivating people and inspiring them, and then you can post something in the evenings when you're home, or in the morning before you go to work, and that way during the day you're making face and showing up, even though you're still at work, because I'm sure you can't have your phone with you in the OR. But yeah, just because they're not liking it doesn't mean they're not seeing it. That happens all the time with us. So those are great questions. Anything else that y'all can think of before I stop the recording and let you go snuggle back with your kids and hubbies, and some of you might be haven't had dinner yet. Tara, it's probably starving.